Okay. Um. So the way so this is the weapons I normally use in MVM. Melee. It's whatever I feel like. Or uh, we'll start with melee. Honestly, your two choices would be one of the Islander reskins because you know if you know how to stay alive, once you get your four heads, the speed boost is equivalent if you max it out. That's $600. And the extra health is nice. So it's kind of eh. And after that point, it's there's a lot of these that have some form of a positive or negative, but if not, just you know the pan, the bottle, or the sign. Something if you don't want a negative to it. Let's go with the primary right fast. It's I don't know. It's again, it's how you play. I'm not that good of a good hit with the lock and load, so I just go with the grenade launcher. Um, After that point, maybe loose cannon. But now since they've you don't, I will just say demo night by the well, depends what difficult mission it is, and once you have the necessary upgrades, demo night is overpowered. Period. Um, so, but like I say, I used to go booties. I used to go just the stickies, but it's like no, at 25 health. I'd rather because usually you have some sticky set and you have to wait and then you set them off. I'd rather just be spawning some pills, so I'd rather just sacrifice the 25 health. Now, here's the main thing: what to use, default or Scottish. I think at the very I don't know if I know they say this at the very end of this video, but more stickies, more damage. Period. Technically, the only negative to the Scottish is the arm time. You get used to it. You know what I mean? Um, because let me show right fast. Like one thing you sacrifice. Technically, the arm time you sacrifice and 5% firing speed because the default you could max out to 40%. But here, this only max out at 35%. It's only 5% faster. The main difference is with the reason why it's Scottish: more stickies, more damage, and also you can have separate piles that detonate, especially in some parts where you want to separate. Do 7 here, 7 here. To basically get what I forgot. I think it was this mission I was on, but it's the ones that have the mid giant huntsmen and medics. Separate two piles, to make sure it's evenly. You take care of them, no problem. Here's the part of the best example. Uh, Unless you're really good, and don't say I'm good with it, because after a couple of minutes, after 1/4 the wave done, it's going to be shown if you're a good demo or not. Period. Um, I mean, I'm not being mean. It's just period. So don't say the phrase. I always say you're never a good blank, a never good class. The better phrase to use is, do you know what to do? That's kind of what this little series of the three people who are going to watch this, what it is for. It's not because you're a good class. Well, it could be sadly no for both, but it's the more important of the two questions is, do you know what to do? That's basically it. Because the best example I have, the reason I prefer Scottish, is once you max out damage. I think in this video I got damage maxed out. Alright, let me just kind of go over real quick what to do. I focus on stickies. Some people will focus on grenade launcher. That's not too bad, But if you want to focus the damage, I go with the stickies. Even if you use the default, go with the stickies, and then and then go into some of your resistances, because since you're kind of far away, you shouldn't be getting too close, because you still need to watch your boundaries. But it's like, obviously, boom, you need to do one fire. You might as well max it out, and then max out your reload. Obviously, me personally, instead of you need to do some ammo, even if there's obviously an engineer. One's good. Because how much does that add? It adds 12 stickies. That's 1.5 detonations. It's just good. I always go 2 health on kill, and then clip size. I usually don't, but it is good to put 1 there, because if you use a crit canteen, you can get because by the time you get to A, you have to reload, and you might get 1 more crit sticky out. But if you use all, if you have the extra clip size and you use the the crit canteen, you can get, I believe, 2 more crit stickies out. Boom, you do more damage. You do more damage. And speaking of damage, one thing, maxing out damage here, because here's the prime example. If you're really good, and if you're actually good with the default, you should be able to pull this off. But with the Scotch, there's more room for mistakes, because once you max out your damage, and say especially if a medic is able to crit you, get all 14 out, you can very easily get a giant medic and whatever pair in 1 detonation. I have occasionally on Rottenberg gotten the 2 medic and heavy, crit heavy. I forgot what wave it is, but that it's kind of a pain, if they get into the town of Rottenberg, But I've occasionally, a couple times, have taken care all 3 at once, 1 detonation, boom. I'm like that in particular. I'm pretty sure a default won't be able to do that, because, like I said, the extra 6 stickies makes a difference. So anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this, and let's watch some of my gameplay. I believe this is wave 4. I decided not to do the second to last, just because I believe my Pyro gameplay is the same mission, if I recall. I'm not 100%. So just not to show the same exact enemies. So enjoy.
Just wait it out.
Firing the what? I hear you. Firing the what?
Listen, if you agitate the medics, they'll Uber the big guy. You gotta let the demo take the medics out by popping his stickies. Then you can open up.
Alright, I'll wait.
Yeah. Just give yourself another 5 seconds. Wait till he pops his stickies and you're good.
Okay.
Just don't want them to Uber.
Unless I'm down, then unless I'm down and I say force them. Both those times I'm not dead.
Pony up, boys. All right, let's go.
He's got it. If you're dead, he'll do what he needs to do. But if you're around, and pretty much if there's stickies on the ground, relax. For the big guys, if it's not a medic, you go off.
Got a bucket of chicken. Medic!
Other than that, you're having a decent game. You got a buff banner, dude?
Hey!
Yes.
Okay.
Got a bucket of chicken.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, it's me. Ready up.
Go!
Manco is under attack. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bucket of chicken. Incoming!
Yeah!
What are you, Andre Iguodala fan, dude?
Yep.
You from Philly?
Moving out!
Jeez.
Heads up, engineers. Sentry buster has entered the area.
That's the wrong one.
Alert! Another sentry buster has entered the area. Another sentry buster has entered the area.
Up top.
Fast mover up top and on the deck.
They're going to have to glue you back together in hell!
Nice. Some up top, some up top.
Alert! Another sentry buster has entered the area. Well done, Gordon.
Teach him!
I'm giving you a bonus.
Nice job, Dick.
And what you just saw was a
Is
perfect.
this good for me?
Yes!
Yeah, you did fine, mate.
Anyway, that's the perfect
Thank you.
example why I prefer to use Scottish, because especially to get all crit stickies out, it's a lot of damage.